You have questions, we have answers. Back with another quick clip. My name is Brian Leitner, and today I'm joined by Andreas Scott, a senior wealth advisor in our Minneapolis office. Andreas, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So Andreas, the question that came in from this individual was, I make too much money to contribute to a Roth IRA. I really want to contribute to a Roth IRA. Is there anything else I need to know, or is there an idea that you have that would enable me to do this? What are some of your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. It comes up quite a bit where, traditionally you can't make direct contributions into a Roth IRA if you're a married couple making over about $206,000 a year. And so what we look to employ is a backdoor Roth strategy. And there's a few steps and a few processes that you have to go through to get it right. But that's how we start getting backdoor Roth dollars in for high income earners.
So what does that process look like? How do you actually do that conversion and make that work as it relates to these, if you're above a certain threshold in terms of your income, like the 206 you talked about?
Yeah, there's a few steps that you need to do. So kind of the basic approach is step one is you make a non-deductible IRA contribution. So there's no income limits for making a non-deductible contribution, which basically means you either make a $6,000 or $7,000 contribution, but you don't take the deduction on your tax return. So then step two is you convert those dollars into a Roth IRA. And again, there's no income limitation for making Roth conversions. So this is the backdoor Roth strategy that allows those dollars to get into the Roth, even if you're making too much money to make direct contributions.
Okay, so what are some of the considerations that people should be thinking about, right? The strategy may sound great, but what do I need to potentially be concerned about?
Yeah, there's a couple areas where it can go wrong and create some pretty painful tax implications. And the main one is around the pro rata rules. And you run into these issues if you have a traditional IRA already that you took deductions on, maybe it's from an old 401k, you rolled it there. Once you start commingling those non-deductible and deductible contributions and start doing these conversions, a portion of the conversion can be considered taxable at that point. So the main way that we get around that is by moving all of the traditional IRA dollars into an employer 401k plan or an outside 401k plan to really zero out that balance in the IRA prior to making this backdoor Roth approach. And that helps avoid some of those potential tax hurdles that you can run into.
So what about in terms of the calendar year? Is there anything folks should be thinking about potentially now?
Yeah, one of the benefits of some of the legislation that went into place is that it's actually pushed out the date that you have to file your taxes and subsequently the date that you can do a 2019 backdoor Roth contribution. So we really have until July 15th. So exactly a month to still do the 2019 contributions. So this is something that we're going through with a lot of clients right now, especially if they came on board with us in 2020, is making sure that we're accomplishing the 2019 and potentially doubling up and doing the 2020 at the same time. Especially with the market being down, there's a perfect time to be doing Roth contributions and conversions and also backdoor Roth contributions.
Yeah, so those are excellent points. And, for folks that aren't familiar with the Roth IRA, it is one of the best accounts that are out there. If anyone wants to brush up on what that is, you can feel free to go to our website at marinerwealthadvisors.com. We've done podcasts, we've done white papers on it. So those are just a couple of different things to think about. And as you go through this process, again, I think it's critical to make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's to make sure that the strategy not only works for you, but as you go through that process, you're able to maximize what the overall strategy looks like, as opposed to letting something sort of slip through the cracks. And lastly, for those that happen to have a Roth 401k plan through work, that's obviously another way that they can use those dollars to benefit from a Roth type of account. So, Andreas, greatly appreciate you being here. Really appreciate you answering our question today.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And if you or anyone else has questions regarding tax question, investment question, feel free to go ahead and email us at qa@marinerwealthadvisors.com. Thanks for watching.